views expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views of KSDB staff, the Kansas Board of Regents, or Kansas State University, but of the individuals themselves.
It's a tremendous challenge here, and I think this has the opportunity for the greatest turnaround in college football.
10-5, juking right, touchdown, Kansas City.
Now going on right now, Morrow, up to Schultz, 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
The 1-0 pitch, high fly ball, Motley going back to the trap, no outs to go. The Royals have won the 1985 World Series.
Gibson swings and a fly ball to deep right field. This is going to be a home run. Unbelievable! A home run for Gibson. I don't believe what I just saw.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Sports Talk here on the Wildcat 91.9 KSDB Manhattan. I'm Caleb Jones, along with me Austin Earl and Nick Wall for this, I guess we can call it a special edition Sports Talk. NFL Draft is going on tonight, in case you all are not aware, so that's what we're going to talk about. And we got kind of a little express type of show today for you guys. It's only going to be 30 minutes today. Main reason for that is just so we can get back to watch the NFL Draft. That starts at 7 p.m. At least we're being honest with you.
And if you're listening to the show, you probably care enough about the draft that you're going to turn it on and turn us off as soon as it starts.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, let's be honest here today, folks. We do have a one for the road at the end of the show. It's about this girl that graduated college before she graduated high school.
What?
So we'll do that around 6:30 or so. So let's get things started off now with our first discussion of the day, something that the NFL is implementing for the first time this year for the NFL Draft. They're allowing the draftees that are in attendance, which I think it's a record this year in how many are actually invited. I think there's 30, if I'm correct. Anyway, but the NFL is allowing the draftees to have their own walk-up song when they get picked. So the first question of the show that I want to pose to you guys, and Austin, you can start if you'd like. What would be your NFL Draft walk-up song and why?
It would be Bohemian Rhapsody, because the very opening lines of it are, is this real life or is this just fantasy? And,
Can you sing a little bit for us right now?
Is this a real life? Is this just fantasy? And
I was gonna join in, but I'm not. I'm gonna refrain from that.
No pass.
I mean, you just can't get better than that. And I'm a cheesy sort of person, so I just love that sort of thing.
Wonderful. What about you, Mr. Nick Wall?
I really wish I could play it right now. I have it loaded up, but I don't want to run into a Google or a YouTube ad. But it's from a classic movie. Joe Esposito, You're the Best Around, from The Karate Kid. I think that would be incredible. I think if Jadeveon Clowney, goes first, or if I was the number one pick, You're the Best Around would be just an epic NFL Draft walk-up song.
Yeah, man.
Can you sing a little bit?
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever get you down. You're the best. Then maybe like a little montage of my training and highlights.
There you go.
80s style.
So you guys...
Gonna do a montage! Montage!
So you guys actually have, like, legitimate song choices.
That just came to me.
That would be good for a draft.
I'm the man. No.
Come on. Can't do that.
Pretty sure that's what Johnny Football is going to be.
I thought his should be... For him, a good one would be "It's All About the Benjamins, Baby." It's an old Puff Daddy song. It's all about the Benjamins, yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man.
What you wanna be? Ballers, shot callers, brawler. Okay. What about you, Caleb?
So you guys actually have like legitimate song choices.
Are you gonna play one for us?
Mine is just kind of. Well, if I play it, it's going to be off my laptop here. So we'll see.
Epic sound quality. Come on, that's what we want.
All right, we'll do it.
Where's our studio engineer?
We're gonna. It's YouTube, man. So we're hitting with an ad. It's a song. You guys have good choices. Mine's just kind of a ridiculous song that I love, and I'm not really entirely sure why.
Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy.
So here we go.
Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, got unmuted.
Oh.
It's always a problem.
It's
You gotta explain to me how this ties into walking up to the NFL draft.
It doesn't at all.
It kind of is raining men onto the NFL draft.
It really
stage.
is raining men into the NFL.
We got news for you.
I mean,
listen, get ready for your lonely girl and leave those umbrellas at home. Anyway.
I mean, if anyone makes fun of you, you'd be an NFL player, so you can just beat them up.
I gotta get the chorus on there, guys.
Yeah, so my walk-up song would be "It's Raining Men"
It's
by the
Raining
Weather
Men.
Girls. And a lot of people may question.
I think I love you, but what am I so afraid of?
Yeah, and then the chorus like, "It's raining men, hallelujah, it's raining men, amen." And then it just anyway. If you've never heard it, I think it's from the '80s. It has to be, but wonderful song, nonetheless. So that would be my NFL draft walk-up song, and I'm curious to see.
I think it would get attention.
Oh, most definitely.
I think that's what you want to do, right?
Oh yeah, come out in a really brightly colored.
He's just a
flamboyant
good old
suit.
boy.
There you go. That'd be a good
You'd
choice.
be all over Deadspin.
See, I wonder if someone. I really don't know what people are going to choose. So it'd be interesting to see.
John Forsey came to the studio. I wonder what he'd pick.
Well, let's ask him.
Let's do. We're going to get John Forsey in here real quick.
John Forsey, our sports director. Hey, Mr. Forsey, I got a question for you. So the NFL draft, for the first time this year, as we've been talking about, they're allowing draftees to pick a walk-up song when they get drafted. So if you were getting drafted today, what would be your walk-up song?
Ding, ding, ding.
I know this may sound weird, but I'm a classic kind of listener, so I think I'd pick Kyrie by Mr.
Kyrie by Mr.
It's a song most people haven't heard of, but it's a really old song.
I am apparently most people.
Can you sing a little?
Yeah, sing a little
diddly for us, Mr.
I don't know
Forsey.
if I could sing it. It's I'm not
Curio?
a singer. It's called Kyrie, like the Latin or Greek. It's like a Greek, and it's basically a very triumphant song. So I think I'd pick that song.
What's the artist's name?
It's should be by Mr. I'm not sure what the
Mr.
Let's see if you guys.
Okay. Kyria or Kiri?
There it is.
Mr.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh boy.
Yeah.
This is something else. I don't know. Anyway, John Forsey's draft song, Miss Kiri. Oh, Kiri is like a girl's name. I got you. Maybe we could do like Betty Davis eyes. I don't know.
Yeah,
But,
this one's a little bit more glorious than once you get towards the.
Here we go,
after
John
the intro.
Forsey's song here. Okay, that's a little Joe Esposito-esque. All right, what do you say? What do you say? Move on to the actual draft, Caleb.
Yeah, now that we've had a little fun
now that
here,
we've wasted 10 minutes on what songs and a special guest selection as well.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Forsey, for that. Let's move on now.
High quality YouTube.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what we'll do. SportsTalk on the Wildcat and 91.9. We're going to take a break for about 30 seconds, and then we'll come back. Okay, and then we'll talk more about the NFL draft.
We'll regather,
and we'll talk about how Austin's going to lose this bet here in 30 seconds on the Wildcat and 91.9. The vitamin D deficiency has been shown to have a link to depression. You can fix this by literally just going outside and getting vitamin D from the sun. Plus, you'll get all tan and sexy. Brought to you by the Wildcat, 91.9.
It's the Chiefs, not the Chiefs.
It's the Chiefs, man. Someone just tweeted me, what what terrible audio quality whenever we were playing those songs straight off our laptops.
No.
Sorry about
Never.
that. We didn't. Had we planned this a little more beforehand, we would have loaded them in for you guys. But nonetheless, Sports Talk here on the Wildcat and 91.9. Caleb Jones, Austin Earl, Nick Wall. Only got 20 minutes left in the show today. Some of you probably rejoicing, maybe, if you hate us.
Lightning round.
Got, well, let's talk first about how Austin's going to lose this bet that we got going on between me and him. Just a quick little reminder. I'm betting that the Chiefs do not draft a wide receiver in the first round. Austin is. If the Chiefs do draft a wide receiver like Austin predicts, I have to sing the KU fight song during our final show of the semester next Tuesday at 6 p.m. If the Chiefs do not draft a wide receiver like I predict, Austin has to sing the chorus of Selena Gomez's song, Come and Get It, live next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for our final show of the semester. And Austin, this is why you're going to lose the bet, man. Because as each day passes, there's more and more talk about all these wide receivers that we've been speculating may go to the Kansas City Chiefs. And now some of these guys are skyrocketing way up the first-round board. You know, we thought that there'd be at least 4 of these guys left available for the Chiefs at pick number 23. And now there's guys like Odell Beckham Jr., who they're saying could go in the top 10. There's still some people that think he's going to be there, available at the end of the first round. And guys like your boy Brandon Cooks, that you're now pretty high up on. There's some people saying he could end up going to the New York Jets, who pick at number 18, is it, I believe? Yeah, number 18. And Marquise Lee could end up going to the Eagles, who pick right before the Kansas City Chiefs. So what do you got to say, man?
The more I look at the draft board, the more concerned I'm getting for the Chiefs. Because, like you said, those receivers are all up there. And then even if Justin Gilbert were to fall to the 20s where the Chiefs are picking, the Packers are 2 slots ahead of the Chiefs, and they could pick up Justin Gilbert. So there goes my corner. And I'm not really sure what they do there, because in my mind the backup was always Teddy Bridgewater falls low enough that the Texans trade up to get him. But there's reports that they've traded their 3rd round pick to the Patriots for Ryan Mallett, and so I'm not sure how that trade would work out at all. And so I'm getting a little bit concerned about the Chiefs draft tonight and what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to be available. If one of those receivers, or if all those receivers are gone, I sincerely hope, desire, and will cry if they pick a guard or Kelvin Benjamin, because watching film on Kelvin Benjamin drives me crazy, because he's not a guy with reliable hands, and really neither is Marquise Lee, but at least Marquise Lee fills a need that the Chiefs have when he drops balls. But I mean, they already kind of have a speed guy that drops balls in Donnie Avery. So if all the sure-handed guys are gone, I'm really concerned for the Chiefs draft tonight.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. Here, I can't remember who put it out there early this morning, because, again, if you've been checking your social media regularly, like I know the 3 of us doing here, I think it was Brian Billick, maybe, but I think it might have been. Anyway, he said something along the lines of all these people, they can put out as many mock drafts as they want to, and really we have no idea what's going to happen until the actual draft starts. And then you start seeing, well, who's going to trade up, who's going to trade down, who's going to pick the guy that everyone's like, what? Why? I don't understand what you're doing there. So, again, there's a lot of people, Austin, I mean, if you just look around on the internet there and look for some Chiefs fans, there's people that express the same concerns that you do, as far as, you know, now people are saying all these receivers that are supposed to be available for the Chiefs when they pick at number 23 are not going to be anymore. So it's like, okay, well, what are the Chiefs going to do? And I hope for my sake, as far as this bet goes, that, you know, you end up singing Selena Gomez in the studio. So.
Yeah. So what happens if nobody wins the bet?
What do you mean? What?
Well, it's a guard or any other position, isn't it? So
yeah, he has 21 positions
unless,
on his side.
unless the Chiefs decide to just
What if
pump fake both of us?
What if they trade the pick?
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Then I guess we can
take turns singing.
And do you think the availability of certain players, especially the availability of those wide receivers, is going to have the most significant effect on whether or not the Chiefs do try to maybe trade up, give away some talent currently on the roster, or perhaps trade down to maybe trade a 1 and 4 for a 2 and 3, that type of thing?
I could see that for sure. Is if there's just no one available that they want to draft, they're gonna get rid of that pick somehow.
Would you rather see them trade some way for to a different position, or pick up that guard that Caleb wants, regardless of your own bet?
It really depends on who all is available. Honestly, I really don't want him to get a guard because I think that you can get more value if you pick a guard in the third round. Because if you look at a guard that was drafted, I think number 22 last year, his salary this year and the salary of Jeff Schwartz in New York are not all that different.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty similar. So they maybe pay $1 million more to Jeff Schwartz than the rookie they drafted, and that's $1 million that they actually have. The small amount of money they do have $1 million.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm not saying this just to spite Caleb, but the best player available that is not a guard, tackle, or center, or running back, obviously, because you don't want to draft them high.
Look, I will speak for all of Chiefs Nation right now. And again, we're not picking as high as some of these guys were picked, but as long as we don't end up drafting a player who ends up being, as far as we know in their careers right now, a bust, like I don't want to see another Tyson Jackson get drafted.
I don't want to see another Ryan Sims. Tyson Jackson at least got good at stopping the run.
It's true.
Ryan Sims, oof. That was awful.
Oh, there's a lot of... I think at times, some of myself included, some people can fall at fault of looking too much into a lot of these articles and listening to podcasts and this, that, and the other from all these guys who claim to be experts, and you don't really know if they are or not. You try to figure out the legitimacies, and honestly, it really just comes back to, like I said a moment ago here on Sports Talk on the Wildcat 91.9, is it really doesn't... Nothing anyone says matters until the draft starts at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Until that clock runs.
Exactly.
A lot of people talk about draft stock, but I think that's really a myth. I think that's just something that the media uses to catch up to NFL teams, because NFL teams are scouting 24/7 because they have a whole department for that. But the media, I mean, it's not the media's fault. We have to pay attention to games that are being played currently. We can't talk about the draft in week 10 where a scouting department does. And so the media is really just trying to catch up with the NFL teams. So I think that the draft boards are set in stone pretty much after all the pro days, in my opinion. But we're just all catching up. And I think that it's kind of fun to watch everyone try and catch up because no one has an idea of what's going on.
No, absolutely none whatsoever. I mean, John Dorsey, they clearly have a plan there, and we'll see, because they're picking at 23, so they're probably going to be picking around. Geez, that's going to be towards the end of the night here.
Coming up on 10 minutes till the actual draft starts.
Oh,
There's a very good possibility that Salvador Perez will home run at the same time that the Chiefs draft Brandon Cooks, or that Mike Moustakas will strike out at the same time that the Chiefs draft Suafilo.
Or sorry, starting at 7, not 6:30. My bad.
Oh, it's fine, but I don't know. There's a lot of things that can happen here in the next hour's time, guys. Honestly, we got guys, a lot of people. I guess a name we can throw out here now, Johnny Manziel. A lot of people. I mentioned this on Tuesday. There's some. I got Todd McShay in my corner. He doesn't think he's going to get drafted in the top 10. Some people say he's crazy. This, that, and the other. There's some people saying that Derek Carr, David Carr's younger brother, could end up being the first or second quarterback taken in the NFL draft. And another storyline that we can get into here after our little quarterback discussion here is Michael Sam and what's going on there. Some people thinking if he does get drafted, it's going to be like really late, like Saturday. So that'd be like the 5th, 6th, 7th round, somewhere in there. It was a really. Do you guys watch Outside the Lines at all on ESPN?
I enjoy the program. I have not seen this one. That you're talking about.
What they, what they aired today was about Michael Sam, and basically they said if someone, which I kind of took it that the only reason they said it was from a ratings standpoint, but they said if he doesn't get drafted, is it because some general manager is homophobic? Essentially, is what they said, and it was like that was kind of ridiculous to me. It's like that regardless, and they, how they have their little panel on there. I mean, I can't remember his name now, but one of them said that doesn't matter at all. It shouldn't matter at all. What it comes down to ultimately over the course of these next couple days is simply that teams are trying to draft to get the best possible football players they can that are available to them on their team. Offense, defense, special teams, whatever. And that's ultimately what it comes down to.
If the man is going to be a good football player, he's going to get drafted. And if he can't produce on the NFL level like he did in college, then he's not. I mean, I really think it's that simple. I don't think that NFL scouts, GMs, and owners are that petty that they wouldn't draft him because of his situation.
And I think it's maybe a question that someone might ask on a show, but like you said, the other panelists kind of quickly dismissed it as, it's probably not going to be the case. So I think that's much ado about nothing, really.
Yeah, it was just, I just kind of, it was hard to listen after that point because, like, okay, this is where the show is going to go.
This is where we're going now.
Yeah, so there's a lot of, I love, I really do love what's about to transpire here in about, what do we got now?
38 minutes.
38 minutes?
Firestorm of wholesale trading and jostling for position going on. Phones ringing. I think that's the best part about those old draft. They got the phones ringing.
Yes.
Now it's the cell phones. They used to have the big phones. They lift up, put them down. They're calling this. They got like 5 phones in front of them. They don't have that anymore. But.
If you can't watch an actual sporting event, then the NFL draft is the best thing to watch.
I mean, it really is. We complain that it gets too much coverage, and to some extent, I think it probably does for my taste. But man, when it's really getting close to happening, and when it's actually going on, it's the May Super Bowl, and it is a spectacle. It really is. It's cool.
Yeah, I love the instantaneous reactions of Twitter for one, and then the guys that are live on TV whenever a player gets picked, and if it's not the guy at all that they thought it was going to be, they're just like, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
And they're just kind of
the player reactions are the best because you'll see someone get picked high who really didn't think they would, and then they show their video and all their families just going crazy. It's just a really special moment to watch.
Then on the other side, you see the guy who drops farther than he thought he would, or
Brady Quinn.
Yeah, or probably maybe the most entertaining is when a team with a high draft pick takes a pick that their fans who are numerous in attendance disagree with, and then boos rain down. I believe that happened to the Jets one year.
And one of the things I don't like about the first round being a separate night than the second and third is that you'll have a player that drops out of the first round like Teddy Bridgewater might, and if they're in Radio City Music Hall that night, then everyone has to watch them suffer for an hour 4.
Well, who was it last? It was last year's draft. Who was it that dropped and they left? They left Radio City Music Hall, and then they came back later or something. I'm drawing a blank right now.
I remember that. I can't remember who it was, though.
I cannot remember the name for the life of me right now. Oh, crap.
It's painful to watch that, though. Just, like...
Well, I mean, when you got a guy that's sitting here being told by everybody...
You're going, his agent, everybody. You're the man. You're the man.
You're the man. You're the man. You're going to get drafted in the top 15, guaranteed.
Yeah.
And then you end up being...
Oh, it was Geno Smith.
It was Geno Smith.
There we go.
I was blanking for a second there, but...
who turned out to have a pretty decent season.
Yeah, and he's going to compete with Michael Vick there in New York for... the starting quarterback position. So we'll see what happens there. But nonetheless, I mean, we got 35 minutes time before the actual draft starts. I'm excited, dude. I'm going to be watching. I mean, it's dead week. I don't really have anything immediate that it needs to be done. Studying can come later.
It's not dead week for me, man.
Well, some people, I guess, are more fortunate than others.
Count your
in
blessings.
that regard. Oh, most definitely. I mean, I'll be studying over the weekend, no doubt. But tonight, tonight's all about the NFL draft, baby.
I hear you.
Finals week is all for studying. Dead week is for relaxing and recharging for finals week.
Hear this kid right now?
See, I like that philosophy. I wish I could have taken advantage of it this semester. Unfortunately for me, that wasn't possible.
Well, Nick, I mean, you and I, we're seasoned college veterans.
We are seasoned.
You got Austin here, who's just getting ready to complete his first full year of college. He's got to prepare, man.
Yeah,
but on the flip side of that, I don't. The actual number of finals exams I have is limited. Mm-hmm. I have a lot more final projects that are due now. Although I heard that technically, instructors can't have the final projects due before finals. It has, because it is dead week. I don't know. My ethics professor told me that today. So
yeah, I have no idea. I'm sure.
I don't know.
I'm sure some professors don't adhere to that rule necessarily, but regardless, NFL draft in just over 30 minutes time over on ESPN. A lot of you, if you're not yet, the second you get into your home, apartment, dorm room, what have you, you're probably going to be turning on ESPN immediately, and because I know they're doing their pre-draft as we speak. So.
Now, breaking news.
Okay.
Johnny Manziel's walk-up song is Draft Day by Drake.
Oh, he's in that. He's in that. He mentions it in that song. Oh, that makes sense.
All right. Well,
they've already picked?
Austin, real quickly, if you can here, for who you're speculating to be the main receivers that could be drafted by the Chiefs, what is their walk-up song since you got it pulled up there?
Odell Beckham Jr.
LSU
is The Sky's the Limit by Lil Wayne.
Never heard it.
May not have great taste in music. He has great hands and a great route runner, though.
Okay.
Marquise Lee, Handsome and Wealthy.
Nice.
By Migos. I don't know. I've never heard that song. I'm more of a country music and classic rock guy. So, Sammy Watkins, if by the grace of God he were to fall lower than pick 22, Look What You've Done by Drake. So, Brandon Cooks is not on there.
What about, I think I saw Cody Latimer there. Some people are talking about maybe him, the wide receiver from Indiana.
Every Day by Ace Hood.
Yeah, see, all these songs you just listed I've never heard of. When we come back in 30 seconds time.
This is not hip-hop and hoops, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it is not.
There's not a single country song on here. That makes Austin sad.
Are you offended?
Just a good old boy.
When we come back in 30 seconds time here on Sports Talk on the Wildcat and 91.9, we got our one for the road, which is about a 16-year-old girl who graduated from college before she did high school. We'll see you in 30 seconds right here on Sports Talk on Wildcat and 91.9.
What's up, Wildcats? I'm DJ Milla.
And I'm DJ Paulie C.
If you want to hear about current events on campus and in the community, tune into our new show, What's Up, Wildcats.
The show airs every day at the top of the 8 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock hours here on the Wildcat 91.9 KSDB, Manhattan.
Back on Sports Talk here on the Wildcat 91.9. Caleb Jones, Austin Earl, and Nick Wall got our one for the road earlier than usual because we got what we're calling a special edition NFL Draft Sports Talk for you guys, but really it's just so we can watch the NFL Draft from start to finish when it starts at 7 p.m. So we're sorry if some of you are crying tears of joy, or tears of sadness, I should say, if you love listening to our soothing and sensual voices. So we got a one for the road today. It's about a girl, 16-year-old Grace Bush, who graduated from college before she did high school. And she doesn't hesitate when she's asked what her ultimate career goal is. She wants to be a Chief Justice in the United States Supreme Court. Now, this past Friday, I got this from Today. You guys know the show Today. A lot of middle-aged people watching in the mornings. Anyway, Grace Bush here last Friday, 1 week before her high school graduation, donned a cap and gown for her college graduation. Now, while she was completing her high school coursework on an accelerated schedule, she was also playing flute in 2 orchestras and simultaneously earning her bachelor's degree in criminal justice with a minor in Spanish from a Southern Florida university. They don't name it here, where she actually got her degree from. I mean, that's just incredible right there.
I don't see how it's possible in terms of time. Like, what does that schedule have? It must be. I can't even imagine.
She has no time for fishing or anything like that.
Breathing.
Well, she told Today.com that it's hard, but it's just hard work, and that anyone my age can do what she did. Now, I don't really know about that necessarily, but she says it's something she learned from her parents, and it's something that was instilled in all 9 of her brothers and sisters. So, big family. Keep that in mind. But yeah, Grace Bush, 16 years old, graduated from college with a... Oh, my goodness.
Now, it's 4.0 or something?
That's a tremendous accomplishment.
That is. It's
but sometimes you just have to be a teenager, just chill.
That is true. It's like, I mean, where do you go from there?
Part of high school and college is learning your social interactions, and I'm not sure that you can do that by graduating both of them by the age of 16.
Well, maybe I just don't see like that you have time for interaction.
Yeah, I have no idea, but something else the 16-year-old Grace Bush learned yesterday morning. She got some more good news for herself. She landed a fellowship that will cover all of the costs for her master's degree at Florida Atlantic University, where she hopes to earn a graduate degree in public administration before going on to law school so that she can work her way to becoming a Supreme Court judge.
Is that where Isaiah Thomas went and coached for a little bit?
I have no idea.
Okay. I was just curious.
But yeah, you want to talk about making me feel all kinds of stupid. This girl just got her frickin' driver's license.
She's going to have her law degree before she can even drink beer legally.
Probably, man. That's incredible. 16 years old, graduates from high school and college in the same week. Jeez.
Florida International, not Florida Atlantic for Isaiah Thomas.
Okay. Grace Bush, everybody.
Impressive.
Very impressive indeed. Guys, that's going to wrap it up here for this special edition of Sports Talk here on the Wildcat 91.9 KSDB Manhattan. For Nick Wall, Austin Earl, I'm Caleb Jones. Fellas, any last words? No?
Have some fun at the draft. Watching the draft, boys.
There you go.
Don't get too upset no matter who the Chiefs pick.
Get your popcorn ready, man.
Get your popcorn. Come on now.
Get your popcorn ready. NFL draft starts at 7 o'clock on ESPN. We'll see you next Tuesday. And the fate of Austin Earl hangs in the balance.
Ooh.
We'll see you next Tuesday at 6 p.m. right here on the Wildcat 91.9.